It's February 1st. February 1st already. Can you believe it?
And tomorrow is 2/2/22.
And tomorrow's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Yes, Groundhog Day. So we shall see if we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter or not. All right. So if it's like today, there would be 6 more weeks of winter. I mean, you know, today's very, very sunny out. Groundhog see his shadow and go back into hiding. And there's Julie. Today is also National Freedom Day. Did you know that? It's the start of Black History Month, and it's National Freedom Day, which promotes goodwill, promotes equality, freedom of speech, religious freedoms. It's right here in the U.S. It's our own national, you know, it's a national U.S. observance, and it honors the signing by Lincoln of the abolishing slavery. And the date, I have the date here, February 1st, 1865. He signed it, but it wasn't actually ratified into the 13th Amendment to the Constitution until a little later. But that was the start of the 13th Amendment. So yeah, so here we are. I have a quote, and I think you'll love this quote. Okay, there is kind of a theme of flying today. I mean, there's, you know, don't worry. I mean, you know, it's kind of a little different what you think, but it's like stretch, strength. But this quote inspires us. It's by Toni Morrison from the book Song of Solomon. And she says, you want to fly? You gotta give up the shit that weighs you down. I knew you'd like that. Oh, darn, Wally's not here. He would love that. Okay, you want to fly? Then you gotta give up the shit that weighs you down. So that's why I thought like that, you know, you let go and then you feel like you just grow wings and feel free and fly. So here we go. Am I allowed to say that on recordings? They'll probably bleep it. We'll see. We'll see if they bleep that part.
It's a private club.
Yeah, it's fine. It's freedom of speech. It's not really a bad word. Okay, extending the arms, reach out. You get your eagle wings. Hi, Julie. And then your right arm over the other. And elbows pressing in, look up, and then exhale and come forward. Stretching your back, the back of your neck, rounding your back. And then inhale, come up, look up again, and then we'll reverse. So you're going to take your arms wide. Oh, let's reverse the leg crossing. And then your left arm over the other and wrap. Press elbows into center line. And then look up, take your elbows up. And then exhale, lower, take your elbows down, stretching your back. And breathing in. And exhale. And then coming up. And extending. All right. So we hold. You're going to hold your feet. You're going to balance. Yep. And it looks harder than it is. I think most of us can balance pretty well on this. Worst case scenario, you come tumble back and you come right back up. And turn, look to one side, and then turn, look the other way. Good. And reverse. Good. Julie, you're good at this one.
Probably going to have a wing butt.
Oh. I don't know if they can hear that online. And breathing in. Exhale. And release. And then we'll take the legs wide and come forward. It's kind of cool how it makes it look like I have 4 legs. I'm like an octopus. Here's the other 2. Let's see if I can make it look. And breathing in. Exhale. Yep. Getting into the inner thighs. So remember, there will be, you know, stretch, a strength, a stretch, a strength. So let's continue this stretch though. Let's go over to one side, reach, side bend. We'll come back to that side. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side, reach. Extend. Up. And once again, extend. Inhale up and exhale. Reach. So kind of a, I think it could have an element of strength. So you bend one knee, that's my right knee, or you bend one knee. The same side, the hand comes behind you and you press up and you side bend and you're looking upward. And lower. And we're going to do the same side again. You can have your knee bent, or maybe it's straightened this time. I need to move because the mirror's in my way. And reach up, extend, and reach for the space behind you. Good work. Breathing in. Exhale and lower. Oh. Okay. The other side. So keeping the knee down, keeping the knee bent makes it much easier, okay? So you're gonna come across, watching the hand also helps you reach, watch the hand go across, knee bent, a little easier. When you look up, you really, you're doing more of a back bend, and then lower and come down. Repeat that, or straighten your legs. See, I told you we're gonna fly today. And then go ahead and reach, extend, and arch. Reach for your hand towards the space behind you and lower. Huh? You slid. Shake out your legs and make that sound. We're gonna wake up the household, wake up the neighbors. If you're living in an apartment, a condo, no one's beneath us, darn it. Yeah. Nice. And then release, really let's go of tension in the legs. So grab a block, grab hold of a block, and let's go ahead and have the block at your knees, squeeze into the block, upright with the spine, lift, and then start to come back. So now we got into, and notice how you react to the stretching poses, to the straightening poses. Coming back, squeeze into the block, and then reach up. Come to tabletop. Draw your feet in. If your hands and shoulders don't like this, you can always do bridge instead. Press up. You don't want a saddle. You want a table. And breathe. And lower. Slide your feet out a little more. Extend and lower. So really engage the front of your body. Breathing in. Squeeze into the block. Come on up. Reach. You can do what you just did or go into reverse plank. I'm going to say if you're doing reverse plank, take the block away. Feet are together. Lift up. Point your toes. Lift your heart center. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. And lower. Rolling out the wrists. So a twist, you go left or right, hand across knee and twist, upright spine, look back. That would be a stretch. Go across the other way, hand across leg, twist, back. First side again, bending the knee this time as you go across, and you can cross the leg over. It could be holding or elbow cross knee and twist. Nice upright spine. And then we'll let go and we'll do the other side, bending the other knee, drawing across. Inhale, reach up, elbow across knee and twist.
time for you.
Good, and release. Good work. So here, let's bring our feet together. And as you have your feet together, hands could be holding the feet, lowering your head, and stretching your lower back. Some can also slip the hands under the ankles and lower your head that way. Well, we'll continue this bound angle on our backs, right, Julie? Okay, so we're coming onto our backs. The soles of the feet are still together. Yeah, it's a stretch pose, and you just have your hands right onto your belly and breathe into your hands. Deep breath in and exhale. Interlace fingers, press palms up, and then press the arms up overhead. Pressing palms back towards the wall behind you, and feel like your upper body is very active, actively stretching. Feel your ribs. Feel how your upper body inflates, belly inflates when you inhale, and how it deflates as you exhale. Those in studio, I know the lights are bright, but you know, that's at the end in Shavasana, I'll put a little towel over your eyes. You'll be fine. Pulling knees right into chest, stretching your lower back. And we'll go into bridge, which I think is a good blend of strength and flexibility. So you're going to press up into your first bridge and clasp hands underneath you, tuck shoulders underneath you, lift your rib cage. Lifting high. And breathe. Tuck, see if you can work consistently. One more breath here, one more round of breath. Notice if your thighs are going outward to a V, see if they can be more like 11s. And then release. And as you release, lower your back, relax your back, and then take hold of your feet. Happy baby. Things are good. Breathing in. Exhale. Happy Julie pose. That's what she said. Yeah. All right. And then, so from here, we're coming back to bridge, and there's a little variation. I think I can just talk you right through it. You're going to come up into bridge, and you'll clasp your hands together again behind the back. Bring your legs a little closer into each other and bring your right leg up in the air. Point your toes up to the sky. And then lower your leg until the two thighs run parallel. And what's working is your standing leg's glute, standing leg working. Lower the leg, and let's do the other side. Left leg up into the air, point the toes. Start to lower the leg. Thighs are running parallel to each other. Breathing in. Good work. Lower the leg, heels up. Lower your whole torso. And this time it's Apanasana. Hands are on your knees, and you circle. Knees circle out, and knees come together. Knees come in, out to the side, you're circling. And then next time the knees touch, go ahead and reverse. Good. All right. So take hold of your block, and your block is right at your knees. I think this is another kind of combo. There's strength, there's some flexibility of spine also. So your legs are up. You're going to have, if possible, 90-degree at the knees, 90-degree bend at the hip, arms at a T position, palms facing up, and your knees go left, right, right, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. As you go from side to side, turn your head side, side. Good, and everyone seems to be very good about, keeping the 90-degree bend at the knees. Now, when you go to the side, you're not letting your legs drop all the way down. They might touch the floor, but they're not resting. Keep squeezing the block. If it slips or drops, it means you're not squeezing. 2 more each side. Good job. Come back through center. And then when you're done, what we're going to do is just stretch one leg. You might need your strap. And let's say the right leg, you might need your strap, or maybe you can hold your foot, your ankle, and you're stretching the right side of the leg, and breathe. The right leg, right hamstring. So this part is really, this is a lot of this flexibility, almost 100% flexibility. You do want to firm up the front of your thigh to keep your leg safe. You might want to take your index finger, middle finger, around big toe if you can touch without the strap, okay? Now, both ends of the strap in your right hand on your left leg, your left thigh, and then lift your head. So you're trying to lift and you're taking your head towards your knee. You're reaching your left hand towards your left knee. Yeah, good. And release. Let go. We'll do the other side. Second side, holding your foot or using your loop, your strap. And the focus is hamstring. Stretch your hamstring. How could it be if you stretch every day that your legs are tired and are tight every day? Okay, now left hand holding foot or left hand holding the straps, and right hand is on your thigh. Lift your head. So that's the strength component. You're lifting. There's also stretch going on, but you're also trying to engage your core and reach your knee. Yeah, I'm looking around. Is anybody touching their knee? Okay, that's a lot of strength. And then release and lower the leg. Good work, lowering the leg. So on the next one, right leg is up in the air. The arms are out at a T position. And we're going to take the right leg over to the left. You're not using a strap necessarily. You're just going to let your leg hover parallel to the floor, and then you come back to center. We do that 3 more times. As your leg goes left, your head turns right. Try to keep your right shoulder down. And then back to center. So it's stretch, but there's also an element of strength. Go across and back to center. Good work. And then hug the knee to chest. Lift your head, head to knee. That part is stretch, but when you let go and you're trying to reach past your foot, that becomes more straight. All right, so we have a whole other side. Left leg up in the air. And arms are out at a T position. And across you go. Rolling onto the outside right hip, the head turns left, keep your left shoulder down, and back to center. Exhale, go slowly, reaching across. Your right shoulder down and back to center. Exhale across. Back to center. Shall we do one more? Across. And back to center. And then from here, we're going to hug knee into chest. And when you're doing that movement, you're lifting your head. That a lot of that is stretch, but when you then let go and you're reaching, that becomes straight. You're reaching your hands past your foot. Good. And lower. Good. And relax. So yeah, there's one more on our backs that we'll do. Okay. It's called Tadasana. It's core work, and it's, I don't know, I think it has a fun element to it. Okay. So you're gonna take, let's see, we'll start out kind of modified. So like if you really want to modify, hold on to your mat. Like your hands are gonna grip the sides of your mat. Your legs are up in the air. So why grip? Because you can lift and shift. Your hands can help you lift and shift. Some people, they find this very helpful. Lift, shift. You're definitely swinging your legs. If you don't need that, hands are flat. Lift, shift, and lower your legs a lot. Lift, shift, and lower your legs a lot, keeping your back down. And the last one is arms are up in the air. Lift, shift. Legs go right, the arms go left. Inhale up. Legs go left, the arms go right. One more on each side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shift. And exhale, lower. And back to center. Whoa, pull knees into chest. We did it. We'll stretch our backs. Are stretching from child's pose. Good job. How are we doing so far? John, are you happy that Willow lassoed you in?
Yeah, I was just sending good vibes to it.
You're welcome, John. All right, so you're stretching your arms forward, head down.
Yes.
John, turn around. Go ahead and turn around. It's been a while.
Yeah, he doesn't even remember which is the front of the room.
It's like disoriented, that's what the pandemic did. It like was
No,
this big
but
disruption.
It's when it's dark, you guys don't even know what I'm doing. You can't tell who's grunting. You think it's somebody else. Now you turn on me.
Yeah, it's like the brightest lights in the world. We're on stage here. Okay, round your back and then come to upward facing dog. We're going to do that a few times. Go back, child's pose, round, and arch, back and forth. Okay, and then hands are spread wide, and we're going to come back to downward facing dog and pedal. Bend one knee and press opposite heel down, back and forth, back and forth. Hands are spread wide, breath in, exhale. All right. So now when we come down, this is nice to do with blocks. So if you have two blocks, and you might find you don't need the blocks, but your elbows are on the blocks. If you have one block, both elbows on one block. If you've got two blocks, they're kind of, they can be separate. You don't have to support each other. So elbows are on the blocks, your head, your palms are up in the air, your pelvis up in the air, head dropping down,
And breathe. Forehead is down. Nice breath in. Yep, so there's different ways. You can extend your arms, you could bend the elbows, hands in prayer, or you could also bring your hands to your shoulders. That gives you a greater tricep stretch. Whew. Breathing in and exhale. And then releasing, and you just gradually retract your arms. Good. And I don't know if you need this, but I need a blanket under my knee for the next one. It'll look like a modified plank. We'll see how this all goes. It's like a modified side plank. And you can arrange yourselves any way so you can see me. Yeah. And you have one knee is down. I won't say left or right. One knee is down, one arm up, and then that top leg will come up. And my balance. And then take the top arm up over ear. Without looking down, you're gonna take your top hand to the back of the head, and then take your top elbow to top knee. It's kind of weird. And then extend with the breathing. Exhale. Try not to look down. It is balance. And inhale, extending your arm. Good. Exhale, curl in. And part of it is kind of knowing what you're doing. And then you're like, okay, I got it. Come back to child's pose. Just take your hands back by your heels. Lower your head.
What's that one called?
Oh, I don't know what it's called. It's like all part of tiger, kind of, you know, usually the ones on your, or a variation on a side plank. Clasp hands, you have camel, squeeze shoulder blades together, look up, lengthen, like you're really lifting the base of your sternum up. Depends on you. Maybe you can take your hands to your back, or half camel or full camel, reaching for raised heels maybe. So you can extend your feet, see what works best for you. Release. Once again, child's pose. Reach for your heels, lower your head. All right, so second side. All right, so you've got one knee down. We're going to start out just floating the top leg. Good, good. And take the top arm up over ear, full extension. And now you take the top arm to the back of the head, bend your top knee, look ahead of you, don't look down. Good, good. And extend. Think of it as like a side crunch. And retract elbow, knee. Woo. There's 3 is the magic number. Extend. Exhale. Curl in. Elbow, knee. Good. Those are good for balance and extend. Good work. Good work. So from here, we're coming to dolphin. You're on your elbows. The easier way is to clasp your hands. More challenge, hands are flat. And you're going to curl toes under, lift the knees. And there you are in dolphin. Shake out your head. Use your strong arms. Maybe this is where you stay, or you can take one leg up into the air. Leg comes straight up into the air. Lower the leg slowly. I should have said slowly lower the leg. And then by the time I got there, we were lowered. Take the leg, the other leg up in the air. And lower slowly. Okay. Oh, child's pose becomes your friend. Bring your hands back by your heels. Lower your head. I know you're still waiting to grow your wings. All right, so we're coming to a forward bend. You could go back to downward facing dog and then walk your hands back to your feet. And hands to elbows. Let yourself hang in your forward bend. And breathe. big group here. Okay, and go ahead and come on up. And once you come up, arms come up overhead. Whew. Bring your feet together, reach, look skyward, look upward. And then hands behind the back, interlace fingers, squeeze shoulder blades together, look up. And then chin down. And again, look past one shoulder. And look the other way, look past the shoulder. Good. And releasing. All right. So we have this, it's kind of like what I've been introducing this recently, kind of like, a hurdle, kind of like that. So we're going to try it. So one foot is forward, you're going to lift up, go way back. Your whole body can move, of course. Tap the floor behind you and then lift and bring the leg forward like you're hurdling, you're stepping over a big high fence. Now, I was looking down. Now I'm going to look forward, up, over, and tap, up, over, and tap. Remember hurdling in school? Did you have to do that? You didn't. Oh. Up, second side, okay. Up, over, and tap. Engage your core. Up, over, and tap. Do it twice. You know what's working for you is the standing legs glute. It has to be really strong. Up, over, and tap. And I think every day I have to do something, inject a little balance into your day. It's like your medicine. Okay. And you did that. Okay, so let's see. We're going to come back to it in a moment. Let's take, I don't know that you'll need blocks, so let's have them. And we'll just see, take one leg up. And your pelvis is squared. And we're looking at variation on warrior. Good. Let's do the other side. That leg comes down. And the other leg comes up. So you might just say, oh, I don't need the blocks up so high. Maybe your hands are all the way on the floor. That's fine too. We're on side 2. And breathe. And lower. Okay. Come up to standing for a moment. We're going to do that again. I'm going to add variations, right? So hands up to heart, just feeling your balance of body, mind, spirit. Breathe in. Exhale. Okay, here we go. Coming down, first leg comes up. So if it's your left leg up, then your right arm is going to come out to the side. Okay, I'm going to go this way so I can move. Left leg came up, so my right arm came to the side. So in other words, it's almost like you're walking, like your left hand is like a foot because it's on the floor, okay? Bring the foot, the arm down at the same time, and now the other side. Your right leg will come up first, and your left arm will come out to the side. This is supposed to be like flying. And lower. I have to come off, I'm running into the mirror. So now we're going to kind of get a pattern, left arm, right leg. And then they come down simultaneously. Right leg, left arm, extending and coming down simultaneously. Can we do one more? Left leg, right arm, come up. If you want more challenge, left hand to your right shin bone. What? Everything comes down. Right leg, left arm out to the side, and you're going to hold, but if you want more challenge, right hand holds the left shin bone. Wow. Okay, come on out. After all that, we need a squat. You could modify your squat or drop all the way down. How are we doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they're tough, but you know what? It would be so boring if it was too easy. Seriously. If you could do all this, I doubt you'd be here. I can't do it all perfectly. It's, you know, it's a practice. It's a practice. And there's some poses that I come to again, some days. So Warrior 3 is a really good example. Rarely, but it does happen. Warrior 3 is easy for me. Like occasionally I come into, I'm like, oh. And then many of the times it just has its challenge on my, mostly on my, it's like hip stability. So, okay. Let's, I want to try the hurdle again. So you'll see how it goes. Have your blocks handy, and you know what? I'm going to show it. Just have your blocks handy in case you need them. You may not even need them. So it goes like this. Just watch. So then you don't have to like try to watch me and then do it, and then I can watch you. Okay. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to hurdle, and if I want, I'm making it easy right now. I can touch down, then I can bend, reach, and then I can touch down and hurdle back home. Now let's say I don't want modification. So I would go up, out to the side, not touch, Warrior 3, and then you come up, woo, and you're home. Okay, so it might be that you're gonna try not to tap down, or it might be that you have to tap down. That's fine. And maybe you're really happy to have your blocks handy. Okay, let's do the other. Let's try it together. So I'll do one with you. So right or left, doesn't matter. Your leg comes up, it's gonna go back. Now you decide tap down or not. Hands are to heart center or reaching for your blocks. Variation on Warrior 3. Up, circle around, and tap down. Yeah, second one. So I get to watch this one. So left leg or the other leg up in the air, hurdle around, you make all those decisions. Maybe you can go straight back. Maybe you're really happy the blocks are there. Focusing, breathing, and then come on up. Yeah. All right. And again, it's something, some days it's easier than others, some days it's like, but the last thing you want to do is get frustrated. There's no point.
Like looking at his watch. Oh,
He's
cutting my heart rate.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that. So that's one thing. Like back in the day when I taught, people look at their watches, it's like, oh no, they're bored out of their minds. But now when you look at your watch, you're looking at your heart rate or how many calories you're burning. All right. What's your heart rate right now? Is it elevated?
81.
Okay, that's good. It's all
Not too
right.
bad.
Yeah. All righty. So we'll do, let's go ahead and do a triangle. All right. So we're going to go wide, and you could face in studio could face the mirror if you like. And then let's take the left foot, turns out, extending the arms, breath in, and shift. If you want to bring your hands on your pelvis, that's fine, or arms are out to the sides. And there you are, shifting. And breathe. Oh, good. Just take time to breathe and move. Up. Good. Like, yeah, because you were, yeah. You got it? You got it. Oh. Back away. Yeah. Hard part. So come over and assist, and then when I let go, it's like you feel abandoned. Okay, and then we're going to come on out. Good work. And that was good, Michelle. And the hand is down, top arm up, and side bend. And then lower, and we'll come to a forward fold. So the feet are wide, and your feet line up. And then you come forward,
fingertips down or palms down. Everyone's different. Maybe you can reach your ankles. Maybe you can reach your toes. You're going to lower your head. Bend the elbows, lower your head, and breathe. So ideally, imagine your head is coming down. Imagine the top of your head is coming closer to the floor. Who cares if it comes to the floor or not? It's just that directional. Your head is dropping down, your tailbone reaching up. Then walk your hands forward, like this now. And then start to walk your right hand over to the left foot. The left hand stays put. Right hand comes across and you're twisting and probably feeling more stretch in your right inner thigh. And then bring your right hand down, left hand goes underneath the other, and you're going to reach for your right outside leg and twist. Good. Really feeling that length in your spine. Good. Come back to center. Hands onto your thighs. It's like you're climbing up. And walk your legs together. Just walk, step to the front of the mat for a moment and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, second side, you have a triangle. So you're going to go wide. Again, in studio, you can look at the mirror, and then your right foot turns out. Extend your arms. Just kind of feeling that place. Remember, there's preparation of a pose. There's 5 parts to a pose. Then there's the coming into it, what they call the execution of the pose, coming into it. And you take your time coming into it. And then there's the staying in it, the retention of the pose. And this is where it's not like you're not holding your breath, you're still breathing, you're still fine tuning. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and start to come out and bring your back hand to your back knee or leg as far back as you'll go. And the top arm coming up, you're looking up at the sky, at the ceiling. Good. Releasing. And once again, coming forward. So you're going to lower, take your hands down, fingertips or palms, and walk your hands forward and breathe. Take a moment to stretch your back, stretch your legs. And you start to see which poses are truly really stretchy, like this one, which poses require some strength, a lot of strength or some strength. From here, let's go ahead and walk to the front end of your mat, the front end of your mat, and then step back into plank. Lower onto your belly. You can take knees down if you like. You're going to lower right onto the belly and come onto the elbows. And maybe that's it for you, or you could push your elbows up, like lengthen your arms. And then lower. Now take hold of one foot and grab hold, draw heel towards buttock to stretch your quads. If that's too much, come onto your side. It's okay to come onto your side. Does that hurt your knee a little bit, Julie?
Nope. I'm going to hold relax.
Good.
I'm no fun.
Okay. Take another breath here. Press your pelvis down. Press your thigh bone down. Yeah. And then let's do the other side. Grab hold of the other foot. Draw heel towards buttock. Again, press your top of your thigh and your hip bone into the mat. And then from here, so that might be it. That might be it for you. Maybe you're like, oh, I have to do each side again. Maybe you could do half bow. If you're totally into bow, go ahead and do your bow. Maybe we'll be there. But let's do holding hand to foot, first side. The other hand is going to push into the mat, and it's called a half bow. Yep. Some of you are doing the full bow. I'll go in the full bow after. This is a great pose to do as well. Come out and do the other side. So if you're doing full bow, you can come out, come back in, and maybe you're doing the half bow. One hand holding one foot. And lower. So maybe you're repeating that, or you're going to hold both feet. Take a deep breath in, kick the legs back, and lift. Nice and low. Breathe. Good. Wow. Lower, bring your forehead down, rest it out. Take a moment to let your back completely release. We're going to come on to one side. Come on to one side. So left or right doesn't matter. You're going to be on one side, probably a side where you can see me, and you will grab hold of your foot. Some still need a strap. Some are like, oh, I can't grab hold of my big toe. Maybe a strap helps you. That's all the inner thigh. And
Not with the straps on.
I forgot what straps exist.
oh, yeah. They were like, it's been a long time. 2 years.
2 years.
The great disrupt.
Yeah.
There's one guy that I saw, I haven't seen him since like culture, like 2 years ago, right? And he said he didn't really, I don't know, he'd been doing yoga all by himself, like all these years, these months, these years. And he said, I think I'm ready to come back. Can I come in person? Yeah. So he came in person. Go ahead and release. And we're going to do the other side. And oh my goodness. He went from like someone who could barely move to Gumby. See, so it happens.
During COVID,
During COVID. And I said, wow, what have you been doing? And I said, you have been doing yoga. He said, yeah, he said, I had a set of 10 stretches that I did every day. He did this, like the ones that he felt he really needed, hamstring. And he said they were like, he listed the 10 that were not necessarily the hardest for him, but the ones he most needed. That, not always accessible. Some were good, some were he was really good at, some not. And every single day I was like, that's amazing. He's like a testament to. And just so you know, like I think he's like 68 or 69, which is really cool because like that, yeah, he should be like the yoga poster child. That's really cool. His whole posture changed. he didn't take to online. Online didn't work for him, right? It didn't work for a lot of some people. All right, woo, you're gonna release, come on out. Okay, so when we come onto our backs, let's see, we've had side bending, some twisting, and here's what I would like to do. Either a blanket or a block under your back, it's an arch. And if you want to do fish pose without anything underneath you, that's fine, you know, you use your arm strength. So the blanket is probably most gentle. You know, it doesn't have the edges of the block. Bolsters are great. And even with the blanket, maybe you still need something under your head. Or the block it's pretty great. The block is really nice. So, and then there is an easier way yet. If your body just does not like this kind of arch, maybe the block is under your sacrum. So you're like more of a floating bridge. And you know, this thought came to mind. I wrote a blog post. I actually wrote it last night and then edited this morning and posted this morning called Winter's Barter. Winter's Barter. And I actually did a yoga class dedication to Winter's Barter, where, you know, in exchange for days on end that seem gloomy or rainy, cold, long nights, short days, in exchange for all that, there's actually a lot of beauty. There are the gifts like the sunrises, the sunsets, the thrill of seeing the sun come out. Well, I'm mentioning it because I think there must be a yoga's barter as well, in exchange for the poses that could be seemingly very, you know, or truly very challenging. There are the rewards. In exchange for these deep stretches, you get the feeling of freedom, the feeling of flying. So I'm going to have you, everyone, you're going to go ahead and come into Shavasana. Take the block or blanket out from underneath you and get comfortable. And really take advantage of these next 5 minutes. This is yoga's barter, right? So it's like you show up, you carve out the time, you show up, you put forth a lot of effort, you clear the mind, you do poses that might be really challenging or intense. And then you get this, you get complete relaxation. You get to, hi Bhadra, you get to really feel how it is that you cultivate a peaceful mind. There's nothing else like this. Nothing beats the peaceful mind, the ease that comes with the peaceful mind. Completely relax your legs, your pelvis, your belly. Completely relaxing your face, your neck. Completely relaxing your body from the toes to the crown of the head. And then we're going to start to deepen the breathing. Begin to move your hands and your feet. And when you are ready, roll to one side and make your way to sitting. So good. Yeah. May that be the hardest thing you have to do today, come out of that. I felt like you worked hard, so I wanted to make sure you got a longer shavasana, like you really got some time to, to chill out.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you're welcome. Let's go ahead and end our session with an Om.